It's the last day of my vacation. Now I gotta go back to work. You know what that night of sleep is like when you gotta go back to work the next day? I hate this camera, by the way. It's got a viewfinder on the front. I can see my own face. This is a horror. I don't want to see. How do I turn that off? Anyhow. It just turned off. Thanks, pal. Thanks, but it's about time. It just turned off. Is the camera still on? I don't know. I don't care. We're rolling. We're rolling. I need coffee. Oh my God. Yeah, that night of sleep before you go back to work after vacation is like, I don't know what to tell you. You don't, yeah. It's just a maelstrom of YouTube and TikTok videos. You understand? And then you go to work the next day and people go, how was your vacation? You want to know how my vacation was? I'll tell you right now. I could have went, the day my vacation started, I could have drove home from work and found my house just like a pile of charcoal in the ground. Smoldering charcoal. That's right. And the neighbors are like, oh yeah, your house burnt down. And I would have been like, oh yeah? I go over, you know, I imagine you do this when you come home to your house burnt down to the ground. You go there, you start rifling around through the ashes. I don't know, you just start kicking through the ashes. I see my PC Engine collection. Like maybe I just see like the flaky remains of like the Nexar owner's manual. Instruction manual. Yeah, there it is. Oh, that's great. Yeah, Sapphire. There's Sapphire and tatters. The CD's all melted. Like, all right. Well, all right. $10,000 collection down the tube there. That's great. Then I don't know. I got nothing. What do you want me to really tell you? My most upsetting thing is that there's no coffee. I can't even have a cup of coffee. At least there's some leftover flames here. I can heat up the water. But the coffee's in schmolders. I don't know. There's the toilet though, right? Doesn't like porcelain doesn't burn? So there's the toilet. It's just blackened. Everything else, there's rebar hanging out of the ground. I don't know. And you just mulling it around in there a little bit. You know, there's my son's Capsella toy, just like melted into like a, I don't know, into like a big pile of plastic on the ground. Now, that's all. That's all. Look, the only thing my wife has left is like the wires from her underwire bra. I'll sitting there looking me in the face. What are you gonna do? All the fucking padding burnt away. Yeah, but my luck, like the wind was blowing south, so the shed burnt down too. Yeah. Yep. You know, it's 30 feet away from the house here, but the winds were strong. Just enough to set your shed on fire, but not the neighbors' houses. No, they're fine. Yeah. Have a good day. That's right. So then I go to a homeless shelter. Right? Is that what do you do after a house fire? You go to a homeless shelter, right? Sleep next to bums on a cot. I imagine you go in there and it's like Revenge of the Nerds. right? And I get to sleep like right next to Booger Presley. That's all. And that was my vacation, and it's still better than coming here. So stop asking how my vacation was. It's bliss on planet Earth. Is that what you want to know? There you have it. I don't have to come here and talk to you. I love it. You walk through the back door of the building, and you're walking up to punch in. Yeah, I have to punch in. And people will be like this, so how was your vacation? And it's like, okay, I'm going to give you the literally three-step synopsis of my entire vacation rolled up into one. Well, I gardened, I went to barbecues, I got viciously drunk, and have a nice day. I'll talk to you later. I'm supposed to explain, how was your vacation? People don't get, they don't know how to talk to you when you walk by. They say, oh, welcome back to vacation. From vacation. Look, I don't know how to talk now. I need more coffee, guys. They say, you see somebody say, oh, welcome back from vacation. Not as they're walking by, how was your vacation? Or am I just supposed to say it was good? You weren't there. Greatest time on planet Earth. I don't know. That coffee. I can't even say it. It's like my son. We go out to the garage sales the other day, and we go into West Islip. All right, they call it White Islip. I'm going to be honest with you here, okay? Because it's like there's all white people there. You understand? And when you go south of Montauk Highway, it's like some of the most beautiful houses you've ever seen in your life. You understand? So I love taking the Mazda in there because I'm ready for them to like call the police. This type of thing. They give me ticket. It's like that scene from Porky's. Like, what are you doing in this part of town, boy? And like break out my headlight. Yeah, I got the molding hanging off the side of the car that I won't fix for some reason. I should just yank it off. But I'm like, I don't want to yank it off because then I'll have just like a missing piece of molding. And then I can't, I don't know what you do. Double face tape it back on? Epoxy it? I really don't know how to reattach the molding. And there's like residue on the door, so you can't glue it to the residue. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I want to drive it to the car wash, and hopefully that molding gets stuck in the in one of the brushes, and it just like rips the door off. And then I could be like, well, you got to do something about this. I don't know. New car! I mean, what are we going to do here? No, you can't get a new car, right? Yeah. Anyhow. It's Memorial Day yesterday. We gotta go to a barbecue. Number one, I got news for you right now. It was raining. It was raining the whole weekend. This is typical. I never get vacation for Memorial Day weekend. So now I have Memorial Day weekend off. You have to understand something. Memorial Day weekend on Long Island is magical time because Long Island is like home to the barbecue. I don't know if you know that. I don't care what they say about Australia and Texas. Long Islanders know how to barbecue. And I'm not talking about the food. I'm talking about the excessive drinking. There's a lot of that going on here. Anyhow. We got the air show around here. The flight path for the air show is right over my house. So next thing you know, the Blue Angels are flying over. I call my son. My son's on the iPad. I said, son, get out of here. Look at this. The jet fighters. He could care less. He could care. You know how I used to run. Somebody would tell me the Concorde was coming. I'd run out of the house. It was like a big ordeal in the 80s to watch the Concorde fly over. Yeah. The fucking Concorde was big news, guys. You know? There was no Instagram or TikTok. It's like, well, let's watch the Concorde fly. I know. The cupboards are bare here, guys. So the whole weekend it rained. It got cloudy. You couldn't even see the planes even fly over. I was like, this is depressing. And then I got to spend 2 days. It rained for 2 days straight. I got to spend 2 days indoors with my family. I mean, I'm ready to hang myself. I'm ready to hang myself. And my wife, for some reason, she's got to start mopping the floor at I don't know at an oscillation. She's oscillation mopping. Do you understand? I don't know how the woman can mop the floor 3 times in one day. She's got to mop the floor and then yell at everybody for taking a step on the floor. Then you can't walk on the floor with your socks off. You can't walk on the floor with socks on and then lay on the couch. And then you can't walk around with shoes on, or you can walk around with shoes on, but you can't start running with the dog because then it leaves streaks on the floor from your sneakers. So yeah, there's a whole, I have like a quarterback has the playbook on his arm. I have exactly what kind of footwear I need for the particular conditions that day. Rainy day, 3 mops a day, levitate. You gotta learn how to levitate. And then my son is curled up like a couch. He's curled up like a couch. My son is curled up on the couch on his iPad, 3 millimeters away from his face. That's right. There's ocular diseases going on now. So I'm like, how do I get him away from that? How do you say, son, you got to shut off the iPad? So shut off the iPad means it's going to be a nuclear bomb of toys in the house. And he knows that. He's like, all right, Pop. You want me to shut off the iPad? No problem. And then it's like toys. Wing, bang, wing, bang. He takes out the Matchbox cars. We got hardwood floors, all right? This is like magic time for kids. I had carpets growing up. I don't even know why I had Matchbox cars. If you have carpets, there's no reason to have Matchbox cars. We have hardwood floors. So what he does is he goes across the dining room and he basically goes like this. Wing, bang, into the baseboard. Wing, bang, into the molding. Wing, bang, into the sliding glass door frame. And you sit there and you're like this. It's like, having coffee with my wife? So this, that, the other thing. Bang! Yeah, so, I mean, I got some stuff to do downstairs. Crash! Bang, bang! That, you're like this with the coffee. You're like, well, you know, you can't relax. Do you understand? So it's like, hey, Tony, why don't you put the cars away? Well, what do you want me to do? Just go back on the tablet, please. And then you say, go back on a tablet, and you get, let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Yes. Just go back on a tablet. So we're driving through this beautiful neighborhood, by the way. And, I mean, gorgeous houses. You see these houses, and you're like, by Christ. People live this way. I mean, palatial estates we're talking about here. And we're driving, there was a garage, I got news for you, garage sales in those towns, they're horrible. I love the people. Well, you talk to people, you know, and they're like, oh, you like to go garage sailing? You like to go to garage sales? I said, yeah, it's like a thing I do. Oh, you should go into Dix Hills or West Islip. I'm like, no, actually, and then you say, oh yeah, good. I say, oh yeah, good idea. Because what am I going to be confrontational? Confrontational about a fucking garage sale? Now I'm going to argue with this guy about garage sales. Say, it's not good to go into rich neighborhoods. You know why? Because they're basically smart. They're smart, so you don't get any good deals. That's right. You want to come into a neighborhood like yours, you see, where everybody's dum-dum. And they sell you stuff that's expensive for very cheap. Yes, like your dum-dum neighborhood. That's right. So my son's in the back of the car. All of a sudden he's like, Dada, these houses are banging. And I'm like, oh, yeah, son, they're nice houses. He goes, yeah, they're banging. I'm like, what? Everything is banging. I am traveling around with basically a YouTuber. He says, smash the like button. He watches so much YouTube. He says, smash the like button and subscribe. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? You're on the couch. Dada, smash the like button. I'm not smashing anything. You smash the... Ay. You don't even have a YouTube channel. And then he finds out I have a YouTube channel. This is the nightmare of my life. He comes up to me with mommy's phone. Dada, you have a YouTube channel? I'm like, shut it off. Shut it off, son. Shut it off. Hey. Anyhow. You gotta go to this barbecue. So I'm like, oh. Here we go. Finally, the sun comes out like Monday afternoon. Rain Saturday, rain Sunday, and then like Monday afternoon. Now my eyes are spinning in my head from being like 2 days locked indoors with two maniacs. You understand? And now I got to go to a barbecue. So I'm like, all right, let me go off to my, let me go to my wardrobe closet and pull out the old American Eagle button up again. American Eagle jeans, again, and basically jeans that I wear to work, again, everything again. And then I go to put on my boots, and I'm like, maybe I'll put on these boots. My wife got me these boots, all right? They're very uncomfortable. I guess they look good. They're fashion boots, as my partner from work would say. Those are the fashion boots. Like, no, they're Doc Martens. They're not fashion boots. These are... If you get the box, they say, good for, the soles are good for acid, alkaline, this type of thing, petroleum. Like you can walk through petroleum products with them and the soles won't eat away. Far from fashion boots. That's for sure, my friend. No, they are fashion boots. Okay, they're fashion boots. So I get my wife's fashion boots out. I put them on. They're uncomfortable. They're uncomfortable. At this age in my life, I am not going to be uncomfortable anymore. You understand? I have nobody to impress. Nobody. Okay? I don't like to go to... I love it. You go to a barbecue and I got to hobble across the backyard like some broad in high heels. You ever put on a pair of shoes just because they look good, but you can't even walk in them? I'm walking around the backyard like a velociraptor. I'm not doing it anymore. So I go for my old boots, and I take my old boots out. My wife sees it, and she starts going, uniform, uniform, uniform. And I'm like, you know what? Get off my fucking... at least I can walk like a human being, and it doesn't put my back in a crick. I don't care. I put them right on. Understand? The boots are all scratched up. I don't care. I love them. They're comfortable. I want to be comfortable. So then it's like, it's cold outside, to be honest with you. The sun's out, but it's cold outside. So I got to put on my sweater. And to be honest with you, I don't have like a jacket. Like some people have like a nice jacket that they wear when it's like kind of like... I have a winter jacket and I have sweatshirts, like these sweatshirts, but I use them for work. And this one right here, I don't know if you can see, it's got holes in it. Yes, because I wore it to work And for some reason, if you walk by a forklift, the next day your clothing disappears. That's right. I had to scooch next to a forklift, and I guess the battery acid got on it, and there's holes all over it from the battery acid. I don't know what to tell you. So now I got to put it on until I get to the party, and then I got to like jump into I don't know how to explain it, into a phone booth, and jump out with it off. Like as soon as I walk into the party, I got to take it off. I got to go, hey everybody, all right, all right, let's get this party started, huh? And then I'm freezing cold. Anyhow, you know what it's like. I'm going to tell you what it's like. We're going over my stepdaughter's getting married. We're going over her fiance's family's house. Do you understand? So you really got to turn it up a notch. You know what I mean? They got to turn it up a notch. There's no fun involved here. It's like a show-off festival. Like my wife's got to get all dolled up. This type of thing. It takes hours to get ready. She's yelling at me because I'm wearing my uniform. I'm supposed to wear something really, really knockout nice here. Like, I really don't care. She's got to get my son all dolled up, this type of thing. I know. Anyhow, and then before we go, it's like, it's almost like the Rojos. Remember Fistful of Dollars when the Rojos, the Baxters have to go to the Rojos? And the woman that's in charge of the Baxters, she's like, don't eat or drink anything. It was like that. It's like that kind of tension. You walk in there, you can't make any mistakes. You don't want to walk to the party and like, I don't know, trip over your own foot and fall on the floor. Because then it's like, oh, he's a drunk. And then that's the other thing. You don't want to drink too much because, oh, he's a drunk. Oh, he's a lush. It's like all eyes on you, right? So we get there, we sit in the backyard. Now the sun is out, and the sun is like, I don't know, it's like beaming down. And I get a nice, comfortable chair. They put out this chair, like this lawn chair. I've never experienced one like this before in my life. I sat in it, and it like, it leaned back real nice. It felt great on my back. And I'm sitting next to my wife, and my wife's like, babe, you gotta block the sun. I was like, oh, what? She's like, sit up. You gotta block the sun from hitting my face. Because she gets like these freckles on her face, and she can't have that. She can't have that. And I said, what are you talking about? I said, well, move your chair back. She goes, well, you're all the way back here. Then we're not going to be next to each other. I said, what? She said, you gotta sit up. That way you could block the sun from hitting. I'm like, what am I? What am I, radiation shield? So I'm gonna sit up uncomfortably to block the sun from hitting your face? I said, go sit in the shade. Go sit in the shade. Then she gets up, then it's a silent spell. It's a silent spell. I said, I don't give a fuck. I said, where are the beers? I love it. I bring a 12er. I put it down. And what are you supposed to do when you bring a 12-pack over to a party? Am I supposed to just crack it open like a schnurrer? Is that what I'm... no, it's etiquette, party etiquette. You say, yes, I present you with this 12-pack of Heineken. Now, where should I put it? I'll put it next to the cooler. You put it next to the cooler and you're like, can somebody get me a beer, please? Can somebody get me... Am I supposed to put it down and just crack it open? I can't do that. I can't do that. It's like, here, I brought you a bag of potato chips. Where should I put them? So now I'm sitting there and I'm dry. And now you're at a party and you're like, huh? I'll look over here. Then I'll look over here. Then I'll look over here. Then I'll look over here. Can somebody get me a beer for crying out loud? And And I can't ask the host for a beer. I can't do it. I can't do it. It's got to be presented to me. Do you understand? Not presented to me, but if I'm at your party, you know, hey, you want a beer? I'll have a beer. Yeah, that's how it should work, like a commercial. So finally, the one guy comes in and he starts feeding me beers. You understand? Oh my God, this was my lifeline. You understand? He was like my umbilical cord. Do you understand? Yes, that's how important he was to me at this party. Like this guy was great. He was feeding me one beer after another. Oh my God, and they were just going down. You know how sometimes you just pour them down your throat. And once they was empty, another one was on the way. It was great. And he's like, can I get you a hamburger? I love it. They start with hamburgers and hot dogs. Can I get you a hamburger, hot dog to start? He goes, I got hot dogs ready. You want a hot dog? I said, bring a hot dog. Had a hot dog. Want another hot dog? I'll have another hot dog. Hey, we got hamburgers ready. You want a hamburger? Brings over a hamburger with the cheese dripping off the side, ketchup, mayo, this type of thing. I gobbled up a hamburger. He goes, hey, I can get you another hamburger. You want another hamburger? I said, hey, we'll do another hamburger. I was eating. I don't know what it is. Ever since I went back to the gym, I can eat out of control now. Then they're like, oh, we're having chicken rice. I said, that's it. I said to the guy, I said, no more. I went to the bathroom. I took a leak. I came out. I saw the chicken. You got to understand something here. It's the rice with the salad. You put the rice down, then you put the salad on top, and you just chuck the meat in there somewhere. Meat, chicken. There was this type. I had chicken there, chicken wings with rice and salad. Then they had ribs come out. I had some ribs. It was like I was throwing. I don't know. I was like throwing food into a bottomless pit. It felt so good. Something so good cannot be bad. It can't be bad. It can't be bad. Then the shots go around. This type of thing. And the party was for a 71-year-old man. All right? And I'm looking at this guy. And, the cake comes out. They're taking the pictures with him, this type of thing. And it's always and then I love it. There's like a hot broad there. And she's like maybe had too many to drink. And only a hot broad can get away with being obnoxious. Like when she's drunk. Because the guy was like... They're taking pictures of him with his wife, and she's like, give her a kiss! Give her a kiss! Give her a kiss! Give her a kiss! If like she was ugly, they would have said, why don't you shut the fuck up already, asshole? Or get out of the party. Because she was hot, it's like, you can stick around. You annoying bitch. Girls, you gotta have a great ass. That's all I'm telling you right now. In life. A great ass is like a free pass to do whatever the fuck you want to do. I hope you know that. Yeah. You want a successful YouTube channel? It's like, just turn the camera on and you could be the dope from Dopey Dopeville. That's right. You could be like, boing, crash. And just turn around and watch the subscribership go, ding, 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 ding. It's like, oh, I got neighbors here. Oh, I got 30 million subscribers in one day. They must love my conversation. Yeah. Just have an ass. That's it. And you get away with murder for the rest of your life. You go into work, everybody's breaking their ass. If you're a chick with a hot ass, a lot of ass. If you're a chick with a hot ass, you go into work, you don't do anything. You understand? As a matter of fact, you could be completely unproductive. Like not only not do anything, but foil everybody else's work. And you get employee of the month. It's friggin' true. We live in such a moron society. It's so true. And I can understand how ugly chicks and old ugly chicks are the angriest people on planet Earth. They are. And it's because of that. They never had the looks to carry them through life, and have an easy life. Hot chicks can just, have an easy life. Doesn't that suck for everybody? It sucks. For everybody else. It really does. You could be the hot chick if you're the hot chick working at McDonald's, you could I don't know, do the French fries and dump the fry oil all over the floor. Oh my God, that's a mess that's going to take 9 hours to clean up. And the manager will be like, it happens. It happens. Meanwhile, if you're Jeffrey, the kid with all the pimples all over his face, you knock the oil over, you're fired, you dummy, get out! I don't know. What are we talking about here? I don't... Guys, Callahan, how far are we in here? This new camera doesn't even tell me the time. All right, I guess it's not touchscreen. Hey, I just assumed we were, in 2021 here. Reporting for duty. Oh.
HP says sheet 13 or 17.
And just like that.
Sheet 13 or sheet 17.
And just like that, we're scanning for crimes.
To Seagate 13 or Seagate 17?
Yeah. How many times? How many times? 7272. And 2 key ups. 3, 4, 5 key ups. How come I can't communicate with these people?
Can you go over to 3768, sir? You copy 3768, sir?
Take that one. All right, listen.
Possible tachycardia.
Yeah, so then I go home. We go home. It's late now. And, on days where I wake up really early, I sleep in the guest room. That's the new thing. And I've been a very naughty boy lately. I've been sleeping with the dog. If this ever got back to my wife, listen, I'm going to tell you something right now. My dream has always been to have the dog sleep in the bed with me. I love the idea of the dog sleeping in the bed. And I'm not talking about at the foot of the bed. I mean, like sleeping in the bed with my arm around him. This type of thing. I'm dead serious. If my wife knew that the dog had one paw on the bed, we're talking instant divorce. So I go sleep in the guest room because I'm going to wake up very early. And I let her sleep. I don't like to wake her up early in the morning. So the dog comes up to the bed, and I just pull him up and into the bed with me. And let me tell you something. When this dog gets into the bed, he is so happy to be there. And he curls up next to you, and he like pushes his body into you. Let me tell you something right now. It must have been fantastic, like as a dog sledder at night to sleep with the dogs. I don't know how to explain it. It's fantastic having a dog in bed. He is so grateful to be there. I don't know how to, like, I'm so happy that he's so, like he has a dog bed that he sleeps on out in the living room, but he's so happy to be there. I don't know. He's like all like excited. And then you get him in there and he curls up next to you, and I put my arm around him, and I smell behind his little ear, and I give him little kisses. And it's like we're in bed together, It's like a clubhouse. Huh? I know. And then he goes right out to sleep. And I go right out to sleep. And then we wake up in the morning. I'm like, you got to get the fuck out of here. Jesus Christ, if she finds out. And then I throw him out. And then I smell the bed sheets. He doesn't smell. I'm waiting for him to take like a pipe and piss into the bed. And then I got to take the blame for it. Yeah. That'll be great that day. Look, did you piss in the bed? Well, yeah. Well, why is the piss all the way by where your face is? I had a heart on. What? Guys, what are we going to do here today? I don't know. We got packages. That's about all. We got this one coming from Las Vegas. I mean, this type of thing. Shot a cap gun for Las Vegas. Oh, yeah. That one blew out the eardrums. Yeah, Rita's working nice. That's all I have to say. We got Rita. We got Johnny Blade. Oh, I don't even think we need Johnny Blade for this one. Oh, these are my workout pants. This was something I bought from Amazon. Is anybody still awake? I know. They're my workout pants. That's right. The ones that I tried to find in a tall size workout pants. I put them on and I look like, I don't know, a clown from Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus. There you have it. They're joggers. I'm trying to be like hip cat in the gym and wear joggers. Right. Anyhow, here we go. Here's a pack. This is a big one, buddy. Yeah, coming from Indiana. Indiana. Yes. I love telling the story about when I went. My experience with Indiana is very brief because we basically drove through Indiana. I took a cross-country trip when I was younger. And there was a fireworks warehouse. I can't even explain to you how big this warehouse was. It was an enormous building. I said, we got to go in there. We walk in, and this there's not a soul in sight, and it's just fireworks as far as the eye can see. It was acres and acres of fireworks. I said, Jesus Christ. And there's one person at the register, like a girl like this with a chewing gum. Hi, welcome to Fireworks Warehouse. And then like the rest of the place is empty. So we go walking around and it's like, where do you even start? Where do you start? They had everything under the sun there. Do you understand? Oh my God. I go right to the clearance rack. No. So we're walking around and all of a sudden in the distance, I see people. Like I see a woman and a man. And I get a little closer. It's a woman in a nightgown. A filthy nightgown. Like the nightgown my wife wears all over the house. Like a nightgown in tatters. And there's a guy who's in like a t-shirt, filthy jeans, like he just rolled around in mud, work boots, laces untied. Like the laces are just, I get this thing with people that have their shoes untied. I don't know what it is, an ADD thing. I don't know what it is. If I see somebody with their shoes untied, I want to run up and tie their shoes. He's got the shoes untied and like the tongues are like bouncing around, this type of thing. And they got a shopping cart, and inside the shopping cart is a toddler wearing nothing but a diaper. Just a diaper. No socks, a diaper. And a shopping cart that is heaving with fireworks. And all I could think to myself, I'm sitting there, I'm looking at this, I'm like, where are their priorities? They don't even have clothes to wear. And they have an enormous shopping cart full of fireworks. And I said to myself, what the fuck is going on here? So I remember we got a few things, because we got to understand we have a car full of luggage, so we couldn't buy that much. I bought as much as I thought we could buy. And then when we got to the counter, we paid for it, and the girl was like, here, you take these, take these, take these. It was like all open fireworks that they had, like by the checkout, that she was just giving us. She gave us more fireworks than we bought. And then we went outside and we had to load the trunk full of fireworks. Yes, this is like highly, highly illegal. Highly illegal. That's right. And then we drove to Yellowstone Park, and unknowingly at night in Yellowstone Park, we start shooting off fireworks. That's right. Right next to the Smokey the Bear billboard. So there you have it. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. A note. Whoa. What is this? This is a whole thing. What kind of paper do you have in Indiana? This is like a whole tree stump right here. This is beautiful paper. What, can we get a micrometer measurement on this paper? Oh yeah. Oh my God, it's the paper is almost a thousandth of an inch. What do you want me to tell you? Dear Bedhead 1000, what's up, honky? Just wanted to say thank you for being a friend. Traveled down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. What is that? Golden Girls? We know. And if I threw you a party, invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest gift would be from me. The card attached would say, thank you for being a friend. Do, 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 do. And then what was the thing at the end of Golden Girls? It was like the production company's logo. I don't know. Nabisco, ding! Probably not. From the Golden Girls, yes. I know that. Anyhow, let's get down to brass tacks. Here's another package to show my love for you and my support for the greatest show in the history of anything. I really do love you, and I love you too. And I do also mean that in a gay way. So do I. I figure that if Bithead 1000 can be gay for Tom Brady, then I can also be gay for Bithead 1000. That's right, I'm gay for Tom Brady. I think I'm gay for Morrissey too. So, what are you going to do? You got to be a little gay for somebody. You know? Come on. Within this ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba, beep-ba-boop, ba-ba-ba-ba, beep-ba-boop. All right, well, okay. In closing, I would like to point out that in case anyone just doesn't get it yet, you are not only a great national treasure, but a true visionary, madman, all-around good fucking guy, a true gentleman, a man of culture. You just happen to discuss video games. To the nerd who says he would pay $100 for one of your custom-painted jackets, whoop-de-doo. I would like to say, are you fucking kidding me? I wouldn't let one of those go for less than $1,000 if even were to consider selling it. Jesus almighty, this guy paints fucking Sistine Chapel on denim, and I can't even write my name legibly on the tag of my underwear. If he wants to come to my house and fight me, I would gladly take the bullet for you. Jeffrey. Take care, my friend. Yeah, Jeffrey. Yeah, this is from Chris. Jeffrey. I don't know how to read. Yeah, I'm working on it. Jesus Christ. My mouth is drying up over here. Wow, that's a beautiful fucking beer. We gotta do it. Oh my God. We gotta do it. Where is it?
I want to share audio on the beer.
This is the first message he sends me.
I want to share audio on the beer.
All right, here we go.
That's a beautiful fucking beer.
I'm gonna make it a practice in my life that every time I drink my first beer, I'm gonna look at it and I'm gonna go, "That's a beautiful fucking beer." I don't care who I'm around. The Pope. Here we go. Look at this packing material, by the way. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Oh, look at this. Barbecue chips. What are these? Grippos? Grippos? Let me tell you something. There's some fantastic potato chips out there. Oh my God. I had the guy from Pennsylvania send me those fucking barbecue. I had a blind taste test with my wife. My wife, who doesn't understand the concept of a blind taste test, by the way. She has to see I want to see what bag it came. No, that's the whole point. It's a blind taste test. We don't want you biased. She wouldn't do it unless she saw the bags. I said, what are you doing? No, it's blind. Anyway, Carolina Classic Barbecue. Jesus Christ. My Lord. What the heck is this? And there's more. Wow, that was literally the packing material. It was in the bottom too. Whoa. Yeah, that's good mobility I have for a guy that goes to the gym. Crying out, cringe. What is this? Number one. Number one. Number one. What the hell is this? What in the world? Am I doing this right? No, I'm not. Come on. What is this? Yojimbo? Akira Kurosawa's? I don't know what this is. The incomparable Toshiro Mifo stars as Akira, visually stunning and darkly comic Yojimbo. To rid the terror-stricken village of corruption, the wily, masterless samurai Senyuro turns a range war between two evil clans. I'm in. What is it? Is this anime? Black and white mural in Japanese Criterion Collection. We'll check that out. Interesting. Oh, what is this all about? Maybe not anime. What is this? Is this some like we gotta check it out. I don't know what's going on here. I'm intrigued. This looks like serious business. Something's going on here. This is, you can tell when something's serious business, and that's exactly what this is. Number 2, look at me. Once Upon a Time in the West. Sergio Leone's original uncut masterpiece. Wow. Wow. Never seen this before. Is this a series? Henry Fonda. Charles Bronson. All right. I'm in. And it's a Sergio Leone film. I'm in. What do you want me to tell you? I'm in. Number 3. Ah! Rita, you fucking prick. It's on the foot. It's on the foot. Thank you, Rita, for that, by the way. What the hell is this? Code Monkeys, a comedy of 8-bit proportion, like an arcade game with a potty mouth. Oh, interesting. Code Monkeys. Well, we'll check that out. Pretty cool. Oh, Jesus Christ. You remember these things? What is this? This is number 5. What are we up to? Number 3? This is number 5. So here's number 4. You gotta obey the law. We're not above the law here. Do you understand? I know we're packing Rita, but we're not above the law. That's for sure. All right, you'll see it first, right? That's how it goes around here. My luck, it's a girl spreading a twat, and then I'm going to have to edit this out. What the hell? What the? I don't even know. I don't even know. Look at this thing on the back. You open that up? I know, it's crazy. There you go. That's gonna, I guess it's gonna have to go up in the office. That's right. That's right. My wife loves the office, by the way. Yeah, because of things like this. I'll put this in the living room. Look at that frame. I'll put it just like this under the TV. How about that? It looks great. That works. Look at that thing. What is that? That origami? Remember trying to make this Chinese style back in school and whatnot? Make the football? Remember making footballs and stuff like that? What is this? The hell is this thing? This is... Wow, look at that. That's like a silver coin right there. Look at that. What is this? 1 ounce of fine silver. $1. A silver dollar. A silver dollar. Look at that. Huh. It's heavy. It's a lot heavier than I expected. Feels good in the hand. Huh. Feel even better in the pocket. Oh. Now, silver dollar. Wow, look at that. That's cool. Wow, Chris. Thank you for all that. Thank you for all that. Jesus Christ. You outdid yourself, my friend. That was a big box. Yeah, I'm looking forward to putting this. That's where it's going, in the living room today. Wow. Look at that. Well, that's a beautiful coin right there. Unlike the modern quarter. That's right. I see the quarter and I'm like, what is this from? You ever see a quarter sometimes and you're like, what is this from Canada or something? What is this, Canadian currency? What is this nonsense? I miss the old quarter. I don't need like a 50 state quarters here. Bap bap. Do we got time on the camera here? Let's see something here. Hey, we're 58 minutes in. I don't know. Do we have time for picture picture? We haven't done picture picture in a long time, and I think people are getting pissed off. So, you know what? Picture picture time. You see this? We got riches. Look at this mount we made, by the way. I welded this up. It's a basket. Yeah, I even left it unpainted so it'll rust. Because that makes sense. Yeah, we got Rich's system back here mounted in this basket. It's like a deep fryer basket. What do you want me to tell you? That's mounted rock solid, baby. But today we'll be using Chris's unit up here. And for what? I don't know. We're going to figure it out together. Let's get the controller. Tap into the Edison line. Pipe through the Sansui 1010. Charging atomic batteries. Kill the lights of attrition. And move you into prime time position. That's right. That's right. So what do we do today? Okay.
You gotta have it. You got a reputation.
Are you kidding me? It still works. I really thought that would have been the end of it. All right, so I think this emulation station, I mean, let's have a little bit of fun today. I don't know where we're gonna go. We can do whatever we want. That's what's, I'm the chief of police. You want to go 3DO today? I like the idea of going 3DO. Let's see what's available. Battle chess. This was the game. Jesus Christ. Let's play some battle chess. This was the game when you saw the 3DO. This is why the 3DO went out of business. You walked into Electronics Boutique and this was the game that they had on display with the 3DO. Are they nuts? Battle chess of all games. Come on. Well, here we go. Just like that. We're in 3DO land. Interplay. God almighty. This was a $700 system. This was like $760 something if I remember correctly. The most shocking, it was so shocking, the price of the Neo Geo and the price of the 3DO. Oh yeah. Let's get started. Alright, can we get started here? Alright, so how does this work? Alright. So hopefully... Oh, no. So hopefully all the animations... We're going to move this guy. Move him there. Oh yeah, baby! Guys, it's gonna be a long show. Pawns. How do pawns can only move diagonally to attack? Ay, 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 I'm falling asleep. Oh boy. How does he push everybody out of the way? Alright, let's get right to it. Can we? Can we do that? No? Well, how did that guy push everybody out of the way? Alright, the king's moving forward. How come I can't move anything? Alright, let's see a battle. Oh my God, sometime today! Oh my God. I know, guys, this is torture. Hold on a second here. Let's do this the right way. Let's see what this broad can do. Is that her? Is that the queen's ass right there? Not bad. Let's move the queen. Let's cause a real stir. Look at that. She's built for sin. Oh, you're thinking, aren't you? You're thinking! Look at those tits! Alright, look at this guy. Where can this guy go? This guy's useless. my God, this is what you're spending $750 on. Was there a chance that my guy could actually win that battle? I don't think so. This is just the rules of chess, right? All right, we're throwing the king out there. No, the queen. Let's see what the queen can do to this guy. Hold on, what does the queen say? All right, anyhow. Look at that mug. Oh yeah, out of here. Now what are the two queens gonna go at it? Let's see what happens. Ay, ay, ay. Oh my God. All right. I'm falling asleep. Guys, I'm falling asleep here. Guys, do you realize you just tuned into the greatest video game program in the history of human civilization? And you better believe that. With the 4K face! We'll see you next time. I'm not sure if you're aware of this or not. We're doing an amazing program on Patreon. It truly is. It's the advices program. People write in with advices, anything they want to know, any problem they want to solve in their life. All you have to do is email me, email down below, put advices in the header, ask a question, we answer the question. That's right. We give wonderful advices like this. You know what finding a grandma would be like? It would be like Superman flicking the peanuts. Do you understand? I give you one flick like that, I shatter your hip bone. Yeah, that's all. And then basically that's when you shatter the hip bone, that's like lighting the fuse for death. It's just a matter of time now. Excuse me, gambling habit person? Can you move out of the fucking way so the alcoholic can buy his fucking beer? How about that, lady? I want you to just go in your living room, get a giant mirror, and then walk toward the mirror without bending your knees. This is how this asshole came to work. Number two, you know he's an asshole. You're out of here. I'm sorry, show's over. You're the fuck out of here. I don't know what to tell you. There are kids dying of cancer, and you're coming to me with this? I know. Your head is spinning right now. Mine is too. I mean, my eyeballs are spinning in my head. This is a great show. It really is. We have a library of 13. By now, I believe we have 13 shows in an archive on Patreon. So it's wonderful. I mean, we're talking about half hour, 45-minute show, depending on, how alcoholed up I get. Yeah, we like to drink a little bit. It's okay. It's okay. It's lubrication. Do you understand? For the mind. And then we solve your problems. Just email me. I solve your problems. Just like everything goes away. That's right. Whatever problem you have, you come to me with, and we solve it. That's it. It's that simple. Okay, guys. Thank you to all the Patreons. I'm very, very, very grateful. We'll see you guys next time.